Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'll be going over this. This is Weijiang's Sharp Blade from their Sky Soar line. Now, this is basically a modified knockoff of Hasbro's Power the Primes Predaking Tantrum is his name. So this is Tantrum, and I'm basically going to be doing a compare and contrast with Hasbro's version, just like the other two videos I did before on their version of Dive Bomb and Rampage. But here's the box, and here's the back of the box. Now I do have the other leg, I can't remember his name right now, and I'm still waiting for their version of Razor Claw. I was so impressed with what I saw with Dive Bomb, their version of Dive Bomb and Rampage, that I decided to get the whole set. So let's see him on the table here. So here he is. This comes out of the box. Now this Decepticon symbol I added myself. It is a sticker from Toy Hacks, but it does not come with that Decepticon symbol. It does come with its own set of stickers over here and instructions. So I'm just basically, let me put this aside, I'm going to compare the differences between him and Power the Primes Tantrum. At first glance, you know, they look pretty much the same, but there are some very subtle differences that the two figures have, and which I think are actually improvements. This actually, the Weijiang version, actually improves on the Power of the Primes version. So let's just go over here. Now, in terms of paint apps, so in here, first of all, the chest, we see this is actually painted silver. This is its own separate plastic piece, along with this gray part here is a different plastic, while this is painted on. A little bit of minor differences here. You can see the paint apps here and here. Hasbro does not have paint apps, and of course here the paint apps are well, this is painted and this is its own piece of plastic. Other things to note is if you look at the hands here, this is painted and this is molded plastic. So in here you can see that there's a lot more molded plastic in here opposed to being painted on. Let's go over here. I'm gonna show the inside arm, and you can notice something immediately different. So Weijiang's here, you can see, is a solid piece, while Hasbro is pretty hollow. Let's, just to be fair, on this side both are hollow. You can see that here. Another thing that's different, you notice Hasbro is using ball and socket joints here and here, while Weijiang is not. They're not using ball and socket joints. So it actually has a bit, in my opinion, a bit better articulation because of that, because you have upper arm rotation in addition to the elbow bend, while Hasbro's is basically no upper arm rotation, but is achieved through the ball and socket joint here. Okay, now let's go to the head. Everything looks pretty much the same, except I guess when you put this in beast mode or the animal mode, Hasbro's mouth does not open, but Weijiang's, you can open it, which is pretty cool. And here's another big difference. This part is painted on for Hasbro, while this is a plastic piece. And the reason why that's a big difference is if you flip it over, you see it's plastic, and you see Hasbro did not bother to paint it. Again, with this part, this is painted on, this is plastic. This is molded plastic, while this is painted on. So this plastic is painted on. Now the bottom where Hasbro comes up on top is this part has color and this doesn't. This is painted on, but this is not. Let's go to the legs. So let's open up the legs here. So you can see Hasbro's leg and versus Weijiang's, just like their version of Dive Bomb and Rampage. Tantrum here, his leg is not hollow, and while Hasbro's shows all that hollowness. So they added an extra step in the transformation to achieve this, which I don't mind at all. Also, you can notice here in the thigh, Hasbro's is hollow while Weijiang's isn't. So for this being what is essentially a heavily modified KO, they basically took Hasbro's design and, in my opinion, made it better. They made it better and nicer. So, which is actually surprising for a KO. Check this out. So, and here's the back as well. But all in all, as far as plastic quality, I can't really tell the difference. I'm assuming this is of lower quality plastic, but in my hand, I mean, they both feel solid. I'm not a plastic expert, so I don't really feel like whatever I say on the quality of plastic is, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But from my own non-professional view, I think they're the same. Now, the molds are slightly different, as you can tell. This is shooting out, this is not. You can see let's see over here. Even the side and the arms, you can see the sculpting is different as well, even with the legs. While they are similar in size and can fit each other, like I can put this leg on Razor in the dive bomb part to make Predaking, they are different. So, but nevertheless, this is very cool. If I didn't already own the Power of the Primes Predaking, I would probably go for this one, just knowing how big of difference they are in the way they're built. And let's go to their accessories. So these both of these guys become legs for Predaking, and you can already see some differences here. Weijiang's is not hollow. Hasbro's is hollow. Weijiang's added a bit more, I guess, length to the leg, to the foot piece. I guess it adds a bit more stability, but it is bigger. And just slight differences in design, but basically they both, I believe, fit each other. Again, the Weijiang's version is a lot more beefier because it seems more solid. Okay, let's get these guys into their beast modes next. Now, both of them transform kind of exactly the same. So the arms are the same. So let's do the arms. They both go back like this. The head rotates. Of course, his head can go up like this to have a mouth. Head rotates, but no mouth. And let's open this up a bit so we can both do the legs. So Hasbro's version, basically, bring this piece up, tab it into there, and this part flips down, tabs into itself, and the animal legs come out like so. And you can see this is a black plastic, but the orange is painted on. Let's get that in frame. Black painted orange. And then let's bring this down, and there you go. Basically, this is Tantrum in his animal mode. Let's put him aside. Now, the biggest difference with Weijiang's version, they do have similar transformations, but let's open this up. You have to remove this tab, this panel, to come out. And then this can go and transform just like Hasbro's version, with the exception of this. So let's go back here. The panel folds in like this and tucks in like that. So it's just a nice extra touch they did to give his robot mode, to make his robot mode not seem hollow at all. And exactly the same as Hasbro's. The legs come out, and there you go. Weijiangs, and Hasbros. And of course, their cannons can attach on like so. And let's get the Hasbro's cannon on as well. Put them this way, otherwise it's not gonna lay flat. But there you go. That's pretty much it. Okay, let me get them both back into robot mode and give my final thoughts here. All in all, I really like this figure. Like I said before, if I didn't already own the Hasbro version, I would probably opt for this one instead, which is weird being that it is KO, albeit a very heavily modified knockoff of the Power of the Prime's Predaking. The only thing that would make this absolutely perfect for me is if they scaled it down, just like that other company did with the Combiner Wars Devastator. If they scale this down to be like a deluxe size, that would be perfect for my Chug collection. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I have one more, well actually two more to review, but one is already in hand, and I'll probably be doing a review with that figure shortly. Anyway, thanks for watching.